the best analogy is if you don't know your numbers, essentially you're walking in the dark, no light around you. You don't know what direction it is. On one side, there's a cliff. On the other side, there's a wall. In front of you is basically, Star City Seafood Buffet.
Yeah, you're right.
And behind you is a tiger.
Come on, give me the intro, man.
Forget about your intro. Just fuck the intros, fuck everything.
Surviving the digital jungle is tough. We're here to guide you through it on the Digital Jungle Podcast.
This topic is more so because you're very famous for numbers. FYI, probably from 2 years old, this guy could probably count to 4,000 at 2. But there's an ideology behind numbers, yeah? And I want to bring it out. I feel like we should be talking about it more, and we should be sharing this information, and we should be helping people use it, adapt to this type of ideology, right? So this is my saying, so it might not make sense, but as best friends, you're going to kind of understand it, right? And help articulate it. But it's like so topic is know your numbers, right? But then it's the mentality behind knowing the numbers. So you've got two roads of growth, of growing and excelling, okay? There's know your numbers gross or know your numbers net. They're two different mentalities, right? One is gamble. The other one is be too calculated sometimes that you would suffocate yourself. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what's your advice to, anyone that's kind of at a standstill or, a stopping point where they want to look at going to the next level? And guys, when I say going to the next level, it's not always about growing your business. It could be growing yourself personally. It could be about wealth building. It could be about buying a property. It could be about any type of finance. Most common one, it could be about expanding your premises and going into a new lease. It could be about anything, right? How important is the know your numbers mentality? Because I believe
those that
a lot of people don't.
Those that don't know their numbers and have a successful business, they're very lucky.
So
luck is on their side, and I'm going to put work ethic, all of that. That's there. It might be secondary. Luck is probably the predominant reason there for their success. If they don't know their numbers,
so you think people
not knowing your numbers, not knowing your numbers and understanding them, eventually, if you continue down that path, leads to failure. I'm going to give you a great example. Not example, it's like a saying. I don't know what to call it. But someone said, or I read it somewhere, I can't remember. But they said the first sign, like the first thing, like if you want to know your character and whether or not you have to face the music or improve, it's like, ask yourself when you go to the ATM and you withdraw money, right? Do you get your bank balance, the receipt? Do you check it?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Oh. Do you know your fucking numbers?
Yeah. No.
Do you?
No, not really.
Your personal numbers?
Yeah,
just let's look at it.
I'm a lucky. I fall in the lucky category.
Yeah. So why am I saying that?
But
Okay. So if you go on a personal level, we go on a personal level, then we go step up. You go on a personal level. If you don't want to, there's a reason why you don't press show me receipt. There's a reason. There's a fee. You don't want to know. Because it's going to affect the way you move tomorrow.
Yeah, 100%.
But that's the same in business.
Yeah.
Yeah? That's you just not, you're saying, I'm not ready to absorb this information right now.
Yeah, that's right.
So the first step you need to take is face the music, look at the numbers and know what it means. If it means you're losing $100,000 a day, just know it. Yeah? That's your baseline now. Yeah, work towards losing 90 grand a day. I don't know. Like, know it, face the music, because if you don't face it today, you're going to face it 3 months down the track and it's going to be worse. Know your numbers.
Okay, so message take home number 1. Face the music and know your numbers.
like now.
Now. Okay.
You know, like, don't worry about, you don't have to become an accountant. Don't worry about that. Forget about
So what you're saying is know your numbers now, irrespective of whether you're going to change your life.
you don't, yeah, you
around
don't
it.
have, don't change. Just know.
Because that's where people get stuck. I think people get stuck. And when I say people, usually I refer to myself, right? So you get stuck because it's like, no. I don't want to know right now, because if I know right now, I don't want to play the ignorant card and go, oh, fucking hell. All right, now I have to change. Do you get me?
Yeah.
But that's an ignorant perception.
It is.
Because
And
to embrace
in the
change.
moment, but in the moment, it's bliss.
Yes, but to embrace change, you have to plant the seed, right? The day you plant your own seed is not the day you're going to eat the fruit. You know what I mean? Like,
Absolutely.
so to change, you have to be conscious of it.
You know, like,
Okay, so I get it. Face the music and bring forward the awareness.
but don't be, don't be one of those, those people that go on a diet, those super strict diets over in, the next day. Like, oh my God, I'm going to stop eating everything except, broccoli.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, I'm starting tomorrow. And that's not sustainable.
Yeah.
Right.
But then, yeah.
But what I'm trying to say is just know your numbers. Be careful. I'm not saying to change the way you live and act and do things. Like your business is still operating. Now your only goal is to improve. That's all. You're not going to try to master it. You're not going to try to get a business that's doing $5,000 loss every month to $20 million profit within the next 2 months. That's not like, you're not trying to make a 10 grand profit a month to 80 grand profit a month in 1 month just because you know the numbers. Like that knowing the numbers doesn't allow you to do that so quickly. No, it gives you a baseline. Knowing your numbers gives you, they're like indicators.
Yeah.
Are you going in the right direction or are you going in the wrong direction?
Yeah.
Then you can try to start diagnosing. Don't act irrationally. Just know your numbers. It's the funniest thing, right? It's like banks now, if you go into your online banking now, it tells you this is how simple knowing the numbers can be. But it's obviously, it can go really deep. But look how basic it can be. If when you log into your online banking, now almost all the major banks have it in their online platform. It says money in, money out. It just tells you straight up. This much came into your account and this much went out of your account. Just that. I promise you, whoever's listening to it right now, do you know how much money hit your account and how much money left your account last month? I guarantee you 95% of these people don't know.
No, they don't.
Just knowing that tells you, like I had a bit of a spending spree last month. Do you know what I mean? Just know your numbers. It's super important. Once you start to know your numbers, I feel like you'll fall in love with it. And then once you fall in love with it, you take it deeper and deeper and deeper. And then that's when you start to achieve, you start to create strategies. You understand how to spend, how to create more revenue, increase your profit. There's so many ways you can go just by knowing your numbers.
Yeah.
But it's a long journey.
Yeah, it is.
But don't think like you can just outsource it. You need to know your numbers.
So on that note, but do you feel like there are a lot of people that suffer with not wanting to face reality?
100%.
Do you think that's because people choose to live beyond their means rather than within their means, or do you think that's overrated as a?
Like I can't speak on. I could just give you my assumption,
What about personal
my opinion, based on the people.
What's a life lesson?
Okay, it can easily go in the too hard basket. And the too hard basket, that's a funny one because when you feel like it's a little bit above your head, you start to put less energy into it. You know what I mean? When it goes into too hard basket. I also believe people don't understand the importance of it. What I mean by the importance, I don't think people understand like knowing your numbers, how much it can help you. And it sounds,
And just to clarify it, we're talking about your general numbers here, right? We're not talking about then going into segmenting into Google Analytics and knowing your analytics numbers.
yeah.
You know?
It can be any
We're
number.
talking about your general numbers.
No, any number
Yeah.
in business. How many leads I'm getting? What's my conversion rate? It can be that. Know your numbers.
Yeah.
You know what I
Well,
mean?
what's my age receivables? Is my debt growing? Is my
Yeah.
you know? Yeah.
Look, and like I said, it's a long journey. I think people don't know how much it can help them. That's another reason. So too hard basket, they don't know how much it can help them. Ignorance is bliss. It's easier not to know, and I'd rather face the music later. Do you know what I mean?
So basically, point number one, wake up, stop lying to yourself, get your fucking account balance and face the music, right? Okay. Point number two, take ownership over your own numbers and don't take ownership by telling someone else to be the owner.
Yeah.
Do it yourself, be involved, go to your accountant, speak to him, strategize, learn rather than just outsource and just say, tick, someone else has got it covered. Is that
Absolutely.
And the quicker the better.
Now,
Speed to action.
like if you don't know your numbers, you know what you're doing? You're walking you don't even know what direction you're walking in. You're walking in the dark.
So is that how you commit to things incorrectly?
100%.
Is that how people overcommit?
Definitely.
Okay, so
think
give
about
us
this.
the number one line, how not to overcommit yourself in your business.
Well, how do you know how to scale? I don't know how someone will make the decision. Oh, I made money last month, so I should be able to spend more money and make more money. That's not how it works. Do you know what I mean?
How does it work?
Did your business collect money last month that was, some money was owed the month before? Like you're attributing the success wrong. Do you know what I mean? And then all of a sudden you make the wrong judgment. It was actually a really bad month.
Yeah.
It was saved by one client.
Yeah.
Like if you don't know your numbers, you will then commit to budgets that probably aren't appropriate. You're not ready for. Is your team? Do you have, the resources to handle?
Good point.
When I just think, like I said, the best analogy is if you don't know your numbers, essentially you're walking in the dark, no light around you. You don't know what direction it is. On one side there's a cliff, on the other side there's a wall. In front of you is basically, Star City Seafood Buffet.
Yeah, you're right.
And behind you is a tiger, right?
And you know what? You wanna know-
Now you don't know where you if you're lucky, you're gonna get to Star City Food Buffet.
Yum,
Yeah, if you're
yum,
lucky.
yum, yum, yum.
Yeah, if you're lucky. But if you're unlucky, and a lot of people are gonna be unlucky, you're gonna go down the cliff.
Yeah.
But if you're half lucky, you're just gonna tap the wall. Do you get what I'm saying?
Look, I 100%
Knowing the
agree.
numbers,
I don't-
in that analogy, in that analogy, you know what knowing the numbers does? It gives you a torch, right? And it says this way, this way, this way, or that way. Oh, there it is. You understand?
Yeah, look, I 100% agree, and I think it's very valuable information. And the thing is, like, the reason why I wanted to bring it up is, number one, because you're very experienced and well-rounded with numbers in general. You've had the luck, you've had the ability to be able to also take a dive into many other businesses' numbers as well. And I feel like there's a lot of people that will benefit of any age, of any size business, because to survive being a small operator, like for example, you might have somebody that has the objective, their objective is to be, I want to be a small business, I don't want to grow, I just want to make ends meet my way, I want to live a comfortable life, and I don't want too much. I have come across a lot of clients like that somewhat what they call themselves humble, right? But in order to actually survive that way, you have to know your numbers anyway.
But I use the example.
Yeah, it's not only about scale.
I use the example on your personal account.
That's what I mean.
Absolutely.
Yeah, great. And then that's if you want to grow, if you want to think of starting a business, if you've been in a business for 10 years, if you're like, you don't even have to be in a business to use the analogy, to use any of those analogies, right? You can be in a well-paid job. You could be in a full-time role. who's planning to get married and buy a home or buy a car or pay off a car. Like, you have to know your numbers.
Absolutely.
You know, yeah. I think it's a big problem. You know, the not knowing. Like, I'm also a victim of not knowing my own numbers. You know, I think, you know, being from young to now, like, I've fallen into many potholes, not knowing.
They're easy to fall into those
But if I
potholes.
knew, I'm not sure if I would have changed. But it doesn't matter. The point is that I didn't know.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It doesn't like
You know, I might have run the risk.
yeah.
You know.
But then I feel like at least you know, when you have the insight on, you know the risks, it's different when you make that decision. You know what I mean? Because you've weighed up the risks and the rewards, and you've made the decision to run it with the risk. That's different. Like, I'm all right with that personally. But when you didn't know the risks or the rewards or any of it, and you did it blindly, you know, long term they all catch up to you.
And can I just tell you one thing that I think that plays a big part to that as well is illusion.
Yeah.
You know, when you have an illusion over numbers and, you know, the security or the safety of your business, when you know, like, you can't put. You're basically you suffer from illusion. You know.
You know, it's funny because, like, you know, we're an agency and people sort of outsource, you know, their marketing to us, right? You know, we believe in collaboration with the client a lot. We believe that collaboration is what's going to get the best out of it.
100%.
Out of marketing, right?
Yeah.
But the client, for some reason in marketing, also has that belief system that, yeah, they should collaborate. Or sometimes to the point where they want to manage us.
Yes.
And that's fine, whatever. That's cool. I'm not saying that's wrong. But I'm trying to show you parallel. That's marketing, and then you've got the numbers, accounting. Now, do you believe in the same collaboration with your accountant?
No.
Okay.
Good point, mate.
Yeah.
Good point.
So if you can
I think
have
we're gonna
that-
I think we're gonna leave it there.
Yep.
Thank you very much. I think that is the best line. I think we should repeat it. You know, the way you believe in collaborating, whether it's with your marketing company, whether it's with if you're doing a home renovation and you want to give your opinion to the architect and the builder, the way you believe you can collaborate with any other specialist, whether or not it's, even if, you know, like, you know, you might have the best cook in the world at home, but you
still tell them I want paprika.
You still
in
tell
it.
them you want paprika on top of a dish that shouldn't have paprika in it, right? Do you do the same thing with your accountant?
And they're dying for you to do it.
Thank you very much. Before we let everybody go, you know, an exciting announcement. AIIMS actually won second year in a row, or first year for us to become a Microsoft Channel Partner winner.
Of all of APAC.
So of all of APAC. So this is a super exciting thing. There's a special thank you to the team here at AIIMS, and a special thank you to our beautiful, amazing, supporting, long-standing clients. We could never have achieved any of this without you guys. We are forever in debt to your longevity here. Thank you very much, and we look forward to a solid 2021 ahead with everyone. Thank you very much.
Also, guys, tune in to one of our next podcasts. We have some special guests from Microsoft that are going to be coming in, and they're going to be talking about a few product releases, some interesting information.
Excellent.
So we're going to have these two guests come in from Microsoft. One of them is our actual channel partner manager. Awesome dude, Paul. Really looking forward to that interview.
Looking forward to it. Kenan, thank you very much. Enjoy your weekend, everyone.